Hello everyone, nice to see you again. Look at that man over there. He is taking a walk. You know what? I like taking a walk too. I always take a walk in the morning. And in this unit, we will learn how to use indefinite adverbs of frequency in a sentence which has be verb and main verb. The word like always and never are an example of adverbs of indefinite frequency, and we can use them to tell how often we do an activity or the frequency of habits. Let's take a look at this example here. Go camping. So I can say, I go camping. Now, I want to give the listener more information about how often I go camping. Then I can say, I always go camping, or I never go camping. And this is an example of how we can use adverb of frequency. Let's take a look at the first example here. Dance. Dance is an action verb, and in a simple sentence, I have to say, I dance. Now, I will add always into my sentence. And then I have to say, I always dance. What about in the question form? Do you dance? When I add the frequency adverb into my question, I have to say, do you always dance? Moving on to another example, when we use frequency adverb to describe more about our habits, like lazy. This is an example of to be verb. In a simple sentence, I would say, I am lazy. Now I will add always to my sentence. And then I have to say, I am always lazy. And for the question form, are you lazy? When we add the frequency adverbs, we have to say, are you always lazy? Keep in mind that we use is, am, are in to be verb and do, does in action verb. And before we move on, I want you to take a closer look at this sentence when we use the word dance. So we don't say, I am always dance, because dance is an action verb. In this kind of sentence, we say, I always dance, I always sing, I always go swimming, with the action verb. We only use is, am, are in to be verb. And these are the frequency adverbs that we are going to learn today. Let's look at the first one, always. When I say always, I mean every day. Just like in this activity, I take a shower. I always take a shower. The frequency is 100%. What about usually? For usually, the frequency is about 90%, or around 5 times a week, like study hard. I might say, I usually study hard. Not every day, but almost every day. What about often? The frequency is about 70%, or roughly around 4 times a week, like read a book. I often read a book, 4 times a week. Yeah. Next one, sometimes the frequency is about 50%, or around 3 times a week. Like watch TV. I sometimes watch TV. Next one, seldom. The frequency is around 10%, or just once a week. Like this activity, exercise. I am very lazy. I seldom exercise. I exercise only once a week. Moving on to never. The frequency is 0%. Oh, just like this activity, go to the moon. I never go to the moon. There are two types of adverb frequency. One is indefinite and another one is definite. When I say, I often read a book, I read a book 4 times a week. So, often is an example of indefinite adverb frequency in which we will study in unit 4, 5, and 6. And when I say I read a book 4 times a week, this is an example of definite adverb frequency in which we will study more in unit 7. So stay tuned with me. And these are the common mistakes that you need to watch out when you do exercises. Let's take a look at this example here. She always dances. She is one person, right? We all know that we have to add s at the end of the action verb. So, we have to say, she always dances. Don't forget to add s. We can also add time, period, to describe or give more information to our sentence, like in this example. She always dances on Mondays. She always dances every Monday. She always dances in the morning. She always dances at 10 o'clock. This would give the listener more information about our activity. Moving on to sentence patterns. Here with me, at the top, we have sample sentences using be verb. And at the bottom, we have sample sentences using main verb or action verb. Let's take a look at be verb first. In a sentence like busy, we say, I am always busy. I am always busy. When we use she, we say, she is often happy. She is often happy. When we use we and they, we use are and we say, we are seldom angry. They are never tired. You have to remember where to put is, am, are. I am always busy, not I always am busy. Okay? Moving on to action verb or to-do verb. Like in a simple sentence like dance, we say, I always dance. He, she, and one person like a person named Robin, we say, she usually studies. Don't forget S-E-S-I-E-S at the end of the action verb. Or in this example, Robin often cries. C-R-I-E-S. Okay? But for we and they, we say, we sometimes cook. No S. They seldom go hiking. No S. Moving on to practice makes perfect. Let's take a look at the first example. Here with me, I have the simple sentence saying, ... always go hiking on Saturdays. Look at this keyword, go hiking. What should we use? I always go hiking or I am always go hiking? Correct, we have to use I always go hiking because this is an action verb. Okay? Moving on to the next one. ... sometimes busy. In the morning. Take a look at the word busy. What should we use? She or she is. If you cannot remember, say the simple sentence first, like she busy or she is busy. If we use she is busy, then in this sentence we also use she is sometimes busy. Okay? Next one. ... you always nervous. Yes, ... First, you have to identify which one you should use. Do you always nervous or are you always nervous? So when I say I am always nervous, I use to be verb, right? So in the question form, I have to use to be verb as well. So I would say, are you always nervous? Yes, I am. Okay, yes, I am. Move on to the next exercise. He, ... he often goes swimming. Again, go swimming, action verb. What should we use? Does he often go swimming or is he often go swimming? So when I say, he goes swimming, no is, am, are, right? So in the question we have to use do, does and say, does he often go swimming? Yes, he does. Okay, move on to the next exercise.